little feisty out there today. Is that good?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it was chippy, and we try to create chaos and an atmosphere that creates adversity, and guys are getting after you now. We talk about, you don't want to cross the line, and now you're thinking about fighting somebody and not doing your job. So, but I love the intensity. For the fifth practice, I mean, they got after today, and that's what you want to see.
Offense started a little slow in the spring. Maybe again here in the summer, it looked like today maybe things were rounded into form a little bit.
Yeah, I think the fourth practice, the last one, that was our best day. Yeah, I thought we were efficient. We hit our goal efficiency on that day. Today made some plays. Yeah, I mean, finish drill, we ended up scoring there in the finish drill, and a sudden change, we had a big play. So, I like where they're coming along. And I think always defenses are a little bit ahead once you start camp and spring practice. But I think we're catching up a little bit offensively. But we still got a long ways to go. We still got to find out about a lot of guys and who's going to be playmakers for us this year.
You talked about the receivers on Saturday. How do you feel like they're coming along after the third day in practice? Yeah, the wide receiver just went.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a few guys that are stepping up. I think there's about 6 or 7 guys in the wideout room that I feel can help us right now, and hopefully we can get a couple more along. It remains to be seen. Who's going to be the guys? Who do we have confidence in when it's 3rd and 5 to throw the ball to one-on-one? I'm like, who's going to be able to make that play? And I think we're still trying to figure that out.
Can the freshmen figure in at all? You got some good-looking bodies.
We do. There's some big bodies out there. Right now their eyes are big. They're trying to figure out what's going on. I think 80 made a big time play today in a red zone rep. He's got some skill, and I think we'll see. To me, once you get to this level right here, it's so much more mental than anything else. Do you know what to do? Can you play at a high speed? A lot of times freshmen it's like they can't play fast. So they're unsure about a lot of things. And so we're still at that point right now.
Defensive line has been good at the top the past couple of years, but depth has kind of caught up with you. Does it feel like there's better depth along that group this year?
Well, after the spring, I would have said no. I think this fall camp, the D-line is looking a lot better, a lot cleaner in their alignment, a lot cleaner in their stunts and movements. I mean, because we're going to move, we're going to slant and angle, and I think they've been a lot cleaner with that. So I still think we got to create more depth there. I still think, Huff's been in and out. The last couple of days he's been out here, so I still think we're trying to create a little bit of depth there. I think that, to me, nose and the interior is where we got to create some more guys that can make plays for us.
Any surprises out of that group?
Well, I think one of the bright spots is Nunn. Nunn's had a great camp so far. I mean, he's a guy that can play all over the D-line. I mean, he's very versatile. And so to me, that's kind of a surprise. He's a walk-on guy that's kind of earned his stripes now. And, he's going to be a guy that's going to give us some great minutes this year and be in that rotation at D-line.
You might, real quick on it, you thought you might have lost him for good 2 years ago,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he's had a couple devastating injuries. We thought that one injury that he had on the scout team a couple years ago, the foot, that he may not even ever play again, and doctors did a great job of putting him back together, and he did a great job of getting that training room forever. And, but really more than anything, the mental fortitude to overcome that, because, I mean, man, you think you're done. But he did, and proud of him, proud of how he competed. This summer was outstanding for him. And again, I mean, that's you pull for guys like that, guys that were on the brink of never playing again, and now he's going to be in a rotation and be a part of this defense.
I think this guy makes the freaks list and makes every list that comes out every day. It seems like is he a freak from what you've seen? And some of the other guys.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, he's a really, really strong player, and I think he's one of these guys. Once he gets his hands on you, it's hard to get off of him. But I also think he's really put really good work in. He's got a lot of accolades this offseason, but man, he was here every day this summer putting it in. He's doing all the recovery stuff. I mean, he's got a great routine. I think he's a guy that's hungry and wants to continue to get better, and I think that's what you want out of these guys. I mean, but it also helps to have teammates like today, like where if you step on this field and you don't bring it, they're going to embarrass you. Like, I don't care who you are. And so, guys read those clippings too. They're going to test it, and I think it brings the best out of both of us.
Everybody knows about the starting 5 on the offensive line, but how do you feel like the back end depth is coming on that?
Yeah, we got to create that trying to play 7 or 8 guys up front, and and we're still trying to develop. It is a developmental position when you think about offensive line, and so we're going to continue to do that. I think we're probably working 16, 17 guys right now. Let's see who the next bunch of guys are going to be. And some of these young guys, I really like the class we signed. I think those freshmen that came in one day are going to be really, really good. Obviously, they're not ready yet, but man, we're throwing them in the fire and letting them get some good quality reps right now. But they're going to be good players.
Payne broke another run today.
Yeah.
Are you surprised at what you're getting out of him, given
Well,
that he really hasn't had the opportunity?
He kind of turned my head in the spring, and so I think he's got a lot of talent, a lot of ability, and yeah, he's popped a few good runs in this camp. But I like our whole running back room. I mean, they're Perry, to me, I didn't really see much in the spring. I think he's had a really good 4 days. He's popped a few good runs. Cole Tabb's been a guy who's very, very consistent, very smart. He's got some juice. We know about Zion, so I like all 4 of these backs. And it's going to be some competition right there to see who's going to be the guy who's going to get the most carries.
When the world of college football started changing, everybody said walk-ons are done. Livell, Logan, none. It's not as much of a thing of a past as maybe people thought.
Yeah.
Or is it special here?
Well,
different here?
I think it's hard. I think we're a program. I've always been a part of programs that embrace the walk-on player, and I think once you if you're known for that, and these kids that walk on, they think they got a chance, and they're going to keep putting the work in. Like George's another linebacker. Like, he's one of the most respected players on our team. I mean, so these guys, they get treated just like everybody else, and I think they appreciate that, and then they give all they can do for the team. And guys, they'll make plays for us this year. I mean, there's no question about it. They're going to make plays for us. You're going to look in the stat book, and they're going to make a big play. And and I think I'm proud of those guys because, man, they don't get anything. Like they don't give all these guys in an era of guys getting paid. They don't even have a scholarship. So I'm proud of those guys, and they got so much respect for this team right here. And so anything something good happens to those guys, man, our guys go crazy for them.
Slidell, another one that got to keep an eye on. Keeps making plays.
Yeah, he keeps making plays. I guarantee you this fall he'll be making plays for us. At some point in time, you'll look up and he'll be running down the field on a big time play. So we got a lot of confidence in him, and so we'll just keep working with him. I think those guys they're so resilient.
Thanks, guys.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Coach.